I think once COVID hit, the travel industry felt like they had to really sort of go back and make a lot of significant changes to how they operate in order to accommodate, what would make the traveler more comfortable just, in the time of a global pandemic. One thing that we constantly advocate for is booking things that are fully flexible. So that means choosing a fully refundable hotel versus a non-refundable hotel. And same with airlines. I think, historically, Americans have gotten really accustomed to booking those super saver fares or the highly discounted ones. Basic economy also came out recently. But the cheaper the airfare in a lot of those instances, the more restrictive the ticket is. So we saw that a lot pre-COVID, no changes, you couldn't even select your seat, no carry-on bags. So it's definitely something that we recommend travelers avoid right now. There's just too much, sort of volatility right now. There's too many things that can't be predicted. So booking things that are fully flexible is recommended. In addition to that, we've seen the airlines are not selling middle seats in some instances. Some airlines are selling at a reduced capacity as well. What we've done on our site is we've actually added filters in so that travelers can come in and sort by the different types of hygiene policies that are available, but also you can search for tickets that have free cancellation. So we try to make it really easy for travelers to find some of those options that can make them feel a little bit more comfortable. Travelers try to get a little bit more space and try to reduce their exposure and interactions with others. There's clearly been a rise in vacation rentals, but also things like castles, ranches, cabins, chalets, even cottages are something that we saw definitely have some really substantial growth over in 2020. The hypothesis there is that these types of retreats are typically found outside of big cities. And so people are trying to distance themselves a little bit further, try and get back into the outdoors a little bit, but also get a little bit more space for themselves to sort of enjoy a little bit of a vacation away from home. One thing that we've seen is a rise in virtual activities as well. So I think we've all sort of seen or been invited to a virtual cocktail tasting or a wine event or something along those lines. And so we've seen a lot of our activity partners start to load in experiences for travelers to be able to get to sort of experience that destination, but virtually. So cooking classes with somebody from an international destination. I believe we had a pasta making class with a group from Italy at one point, but also some museums are offering virtual tours. So the industry is really working hard to try and make it a little bit more comfortable for travelers so that they can still get out and experience the world where they can. Almost all insurance companies, COVID-19 is now considered a known event, meaning you're purchasing your travel items knowing that we are in the midst of a pandemic, which means that your travel insurance is likely not going to cover a cancellation as a result of a lockdown happening in a certain market or anything along those lines. What it most likely will cover is if you get sick and then you need either medical treatment or you need to adjust your travel plans because you are too ill to travel. Those are the types of things that we're seeing a lot of the insurance carriers cover these days. So again, it's important to really read the fine print because whether you book on Expedia or another site, they all have sort of different types of insurance suppliers. So it's really important to understand what you're getting.
Invest in you. Ready, set, grow. CNBC and Acorns.